Hey there! Today I'm going to be processing the hind section of this pig. He's a Berkshire-Hampshire cross, and he came in weighing just about 400 pounds. I'll be using all of this meat to make charcuterie. I'll be removing the shanks, and then I'll be boning out the rest of the ham. I have only butchered a few animals. I'm certainly no expert. If you're looking for a good how-to video on butchering, this is probably not the one. But I'm going to show you how I did it. Let's take a look. I'll be using this book to get me through this by Adam Danforth. Butchering. Poultry, rabbit, lamb, goat, and pork. I want to make a boneless ham. So by following my book, it says to make a boneless leg, I got to start with the semi-boneless leg. However, if I follow the directions in the book, I'll be boning this whole thing out down to here. But I'd like to just cut this off and cook that like a ham shank. Put that in soup or beans or anything like that. I think I'm just going to go, let's see, maybe I should look at it on the inside here first. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Right there. Flip that over. Oh, I thought I'd be able to see where, oh, all the way down there. Yeah, I fucked that up. Next thing I have to do is remove this aitch bone. That's what makes it semi-boneless. It's actually the same bone as you can see here. So I'm going to trim around this bone. Any meat that I have to take off, we'll just go to sausage pile. Well, I know it comes into here, so I can start right here. But on the other side of this is the femur, and there's just a ball joint connecting it. See, that's just going to be sausage right there. Maybe salami. We'll see. I like to use this kind of trimming more for sausage, and like the trimmings off the actual roasts and pieces I tend to use for salamis. It does say it can be aided by lifting up on the bone. Alright, they're getting there. And here's the ball right here. There it is. Sausage. Whew, aitch bone. Clean up all this meat off here as much as I can for sausage. Reading my trusty book, now that I have the semi-boneless, there are many ways to bone a pork leg, including pocket boning the femur, where you remove the bone without separating the muscle groups. Here, in this book, they're going to bone the entire leg, including the hock, which I already cut off, by following the muscle seams. Start with the semi-boneless pork leg and lay the leg fat side down. Note the natural seam between the leg, tip, and the inside round. I don't know, let's see. See if we can note it. Alright, we are the right way. So what does it say now? The muscle seam, oh yeah. They gotta be talking about this. Right here, right? Yeah, absolutely, you can see it over here, this whole muscle. Note the natural seam between the leg tip and inside round. Access the femur from that seam, cutting down to the bone while pulling back the inside round. Then we'll continue around the top face of the round, separating the leg tip, and work your way back toward the stifle joint while cutting on the underside of the bone. You see this seam right here. Is this part of this or is this part of this? It's actually part of that because it comes around to here. Yeah, you kind of see it. Let's see. That's what they're talking about, really, about the seam. All right, on this side. See, it's right there. There it is, right there. All right, there's my femur. Trim that up in a minute. Should have cut my hawk to there, so I'll do better on the next one. Now, if you look at this, got a bone right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna clean this up right across the top. Let's see, actually, yeah, this is just all sausage right here. I'm just gonna cut this all the way through right there. Could separate these muscle groups. This is the only one I'm really worried about getting. The rest of these probably all going to be salami and sausage. Well, folks, unfortunately, I bumped my camera when I was working on the second leg, and I don't have any footage from that. The leg that you watched me break down, I kept the big muscle, the Culatello, and I kept the rest all for making salami. The leg I did not get footage of is the one I kept the fiocco and the Culatello. So once you remove the H bone, that piece of meat above the ball joint, it's basically like the sirloin. And then once you remove the femur, you're left with a large muscle and a small muscle. The large muscle is the Culatello, the smaller muscle is the fiocco. They both make excellent prosciutto. Culatello is the king of prosciuttos. I find the Culatello to be a lot more manageable in my drying chamber than trying to do the whole leg with the bone in. When making a whole leg prosciutto with the bone in, there's much more of a chance of unwanted bacteria or pathogens making their way in where that bone is. It's a channel right into the heart of the leg. Really, when you have a whole leg prosciutto, you still have the Culatello part, the fiocco part, and I forget the name. There's even a name for the part that's along the shank, which I removed. You know, I debated on whether to make this video because I did not get the footage I intended to get, and I did not really show what I wanted to show. But at the end of the day, I'm making a few videos about breaking down a whole pig, and obviously the hind section is a large part of the pig. So I decided to just do the best I could with this video and put it out. I've had some comments in these butchering videos about not wasting bones, and have no fear. Waste not, want not. I did not waste any of these bones. I will have a video coming up probably next week, maybe in 2 weeks, but showing you how I used the bones. So as always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to drop me a comment, even if you don't have anything nice to say. That's all right, I don't care. And as always, put some love into the food you're making. Peace.
Eating like a pig.
We got to take their nuts really soon too. Should, you know, it's better to do it when they're younger, but
But it
you know
didn't
how
happen.
things go.
Didn't happen.